So, have you guys ever played a video game where you had a good time with it, you was enjoying it, but you hit this moment where you absolutely love it? And for me, sadly, with Adventures of Elliot, I hit that moment right towards the end of the game. And honestly, I walked away being really satisfied with the game as a whole. And it did take a little moment to grow on me, I'll be completely honest, but the things I loved immediately was just the art style, that 2D HD art style that Square Enix has going right now. Is just absolutely beautiful, whether it's the Octopath Traveler series or whether it's the Adventures of Elliot. I really enjoyed this. If you like those dungeon crawler classic Zelda filling games, then this is just right for you. I played this on the Switch too, and I absolutely thought it was beautiful, and it ran extremely smooth. I did have the occasional hiccup every now and again, just a small frame drop here and there, and maybe you don't notice that if you play on the PS5 or if you play on the Series X, but for me it was no problem. And I played this game about, I want to say about 85% in handheld mode, and it was honestly a really good vibe, man. It is some beautiful scenery in this game, and I just loved the animations. I just loved everything about it. It was just a vibe, and it was just a good feeling to explore this world. Now, I didn't love everything about this game, and the first complaint I had with this game is by far your companion Faye. Now, she's a fairy that, saves you in the beginning of the game, and she pretty much sticks by your side for about, the whole game. And when I tell you, she yaps. She like talks so much. And if I was to leave that on, it would probably feel like I'm playing a game that's meant for kids, the way she's walking and guiding you through every step of the way. Faye is who people try to make it seem like the engineer in Metroid Prime 4 Beyond was. No, she's is extremely annoying. But thankfully, if you're like me and you have a short tolerance for things like that in video games, you can go to the settings, you can cut her down so she don't talk as much, and they got an option where you can cut her off fully, and a text box will just pop up whenever she's talking in situations, and that's ended up being my preferred way to play the game. Now, combat is also something that really did surprise me. At first, it seemed a little basic, when you only got the sword, but as you start to get more weapons, it really opens up, So I ended up using the boomerang and the spear, but they also have a hammer, a sword, a chain weapon. I forget the name of it. I don't know if it's a sickle. It's not a sickle. I forget the name, but it's a dope weapon. You spin it around and it can hit multiple enemies. So I thought that was dope. And to me, that really opened up the gameplay a lot, because you can map these buttons to, swinging with your sword with Y, and then you can use X to shoot your bow and arrow, or use your boomerang like I was doing, or use your spear. So it's really dope from that aspect, and it honestly gives a lot of I would say replayability and flexibility and how you want to approach the game. And I thought that was really dope. Another thing I thought was dope was like what did they call them in this game? They had a specific name, but I'm gonna just call them charms, right? You can get these charms that you can equip, and it really changes the gameplay. Normally you get slowed down in grass. They got one where you can just walk through the grass freely. That might seem like a small thing, but when you're exploring and going back and forth with these worlds, then that's clutch for exploration. You don't got to worry about always cutting the grass and trying to get around it. They also got one where you can jump and flutter in the air a little bit, so you kind of got like a little mini glide. That helps with getting some puzzles and dungeons and stuff like that. And speaking of dungeons, I thought the dungeons in this game was done very well, man. It is some fun. Some of them are simple, some of them is a little bit more complex, make you think a little bit. The puzzles and stuff was very rewarding. Trying to go get the crates and the other chests and stuff and like that was just very fun, man. It was a very fun gameplay loop. I would say honestly, the dungeons is one of the things that shocked me the most. And the talk story, I thought the story was very solid, guys. I don't do spoilers here, but pretty much you're traveling through different time periods in the same area and region, and just trying to change things in the past and trying to save the current day era where you're from. And I found that really fun and a really intriguing system and gameplay loop, right? My one problem is that, you know, each time period don't change nearly enough. All of the layouts is kind of the same pretty much. Some of them may be a little different, but for the most part, they're about 80% the same, just with different coats of paints to represent the different time eras. And that's not a huge critique, but this is a $60 game. So with that full price, well, you know, full price nowadays is $70, but with that high price, man, I would like to see a little more variety as far as the environments and stuff like that. But the story, I really did enjoy. I enjoyed the characters. I know I complained about Faye. Her voice was a little annoying to me personally. No shade to the voice actor. I'm sure that's how they wanted her to sound and wanted her to be like that. And it fits it for a fairy. But the surrounding cast I thought was very good. I'm sorry. I thought they was very well done and very good. Whether it's the side missions, people I was talking to, the main missions, talking to little NPCs here and there, the kids. Everybody sounded good. I loved the little image that pop up with the text, the little cardboard cutout during convos. To me, that was dope, man. Just bring a little more immersion to it as far as, you know, you seeing them talk and stuff like that. I thought it was really done great in my humble opinion. I did really enjoy it, man. So story was very solid, man, and boss fights in this game. The final boss fight was insane, and they got good amount of content here. I got one ending so far, and from my knowledge, it's about 2 other endings. I'll probably definitely go back sometime and do the other endings, but I have a lot of games on my plate at the time, and you know, if I don't get it done by time Fire Ember Fortune's Weave drop next month, and Trails in the Sky Chapter 2 drop, then this will probably be one that either sit on the shelf and I'll return to later, or maybe I won't, because I was all right with the ending I got, even though technically it was the bad ending. I was just happy to roll credits after enjoying the journey that I was on. Like I said, I don't love the world and characters that much to go back and, you know, redo everything over again and try to go get all the endings right away. But it's definitely one of them worlds I can see myself being nostalgic for and just wanting to go back and replay down the line and in the future. I thought it was very dope. And with me playing on the Switch too, I also want to mention another small critique. This is more so just aimed at Square Enix more so than the video game itself. Please start putting the full game on the cartridge, please. I appreciate game key cards because it's a way better alternative than what Sony is doing as far as just taking away your physical gaming rights, but I do prefer the full on cartridge games. You understand what I'm saying? I think those are just better. You know, saves storage, saves times. You don't have to wait for downloads and stuff like that. And let's be honest, guys, it's like a 14 gig game. It's not big. Put it on a cartridge. Square Enix charge $5 or $10 more if you got to. I would have paid $70 for this over $60 for a true physical. Come on, man. Listen to us, man. But anyway, guys, last thing I want to touch on is the music, because the music was an absolute vibe in this world. And you know, I caught myself playing this through just the speakers on the Switch too, and every now and again I would just zone out and say, yo, let me hook my Bluetooth speakers up, let me grab my Steel series and enjoy this soundtrack, you know, the same way I've been doing with Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. It's a very solid soundtrack, man. If I had to put an overall number on this game, I would say definitely an 8 out of 10. You know, for some people they might lean towards that 7, that 7.5, and some people might go 9 and even higher. You know, I've seen a lot of people saying this is one of the best games they played this year. For me, it's definitely one of the upper quality games I played this year, but I played a lot of games this year, so I don't know if I would put it up there in the top 3, but it's definitely a very good game in my humble opinion. And it got the NextGenNero badge of approval. I definitely recommend checking it out. Also, playing on a hard difficulty, very fun, very challenging, very frustrating here and there, and it was worth it, you know. And you got easy difficulty for those who want a more laid back experience. You got normal, you got all type of options there. And once again, guys, I just got to double down. The boss fights in this game is very fun and dope. Man, really fun game, really dope game. I enjoyed my time with it. It's been your guy NextGenNero coming back with another review. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.